Thank you so much for joining the course. Number one, I greatly appreciate it. I know that you have a lot of different options to go to different courses, and I really appreciate that you putting your faith in me, and I will not let you down. I promise. All right. So if you've never heard of a sales funnel, you don't know what sales funnels are, or you've heard it somewhere and you think it's the ticket to your future, to an increase in traffic and sales, then you are correct, because sales funnels are the most important asset you can build on the internet. Now, websites are dead, and I'm going to explain to you why that's the case, okay? So before kind of getting into all of the mechanics of what sales funnels are and all that other stuff about actually building them, let's take a look at the attention span of a human being. All right. In the year 2000, the average attention span of a human being was 12 seconds. Now, in 2015, the average attention span of a human being was 8 seconds. A goldfish has an average attention span of 9 seconds. Now, what has changed really between 2000 and 2015? Our attention is everywhere, right? We've got these smartphones, we've got social media, we've got all sorts of notifications happening every single place we turn, right? So our attention is constantly being pulled left and right all over the place. You probably heard that attention is the new medium, right? For if you have attention, it's the new medium for sales, right? Those who have attention have money, right? Those are the people who make money. Anyone who could command attention makes money. Take a look at some of the people in social media, right, who are dominating the attention of human beings. People like Dan Blazarian and all sorts of other people. Kylie Jenner, who is actually absolutely crushing it with her makeup company because she has so much attention. The Kardashians are one example, right? Attention is an asset, right? However, human attention is dwindling, right? It is dwindling to a point where it's almost non-existent. So that's really, really important to understand. And it's really the fundamental tenet behind why sales funnels are so important and why websites are dead. If you look at a traditional website, right? You come into a traditional website, you come in, there's a logo, there's a banner, there's content, there's news, there's all sorts of stuff, right? Traffic comes in here from Facebook, from YouTube, from Google, from Twitter, from Instagram, everywhere. Now, people are all coming into this website, but where do they go, right? What do they click on? Human beings have such short attention spans that if you combine our diminishing attention span with the fact that page load speeds are very, very slow, you'll see why people get frustrated very quickly and they end up leaving websites almost instantaneously. And today also you have to understand there's the added medium of mobile. A lot of websites are not working on mobile, or they're frustrating on mobile. They don't look correctly. They don't load properly. So you're losing the attention of a potential customer very quickly, right? There's too many different options on a traditional website. But also, let's take a look briefly at some sales statistics that most people probably don't understand if they're not really in sales. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and then they stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 2%. 3% on the second contact, 5% on the third contact, 10% on the fourth contact, and 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. Think about going to a website for a moment, right? There is a single point of contact. Now, if you take a look at the sales statistics, only 2% of sales actually occur on that first point of contact. It's really, really important to take a look at this and really understand the numbers and the psychological reasoning of human behavior behind why sales funnels are so important versus an actual website. All right. Here's a sales funnel versus a website. They're about to duke it out. They're duking it out in this lesson here. All right. So 80% of sales require 5 follow-up calls after the meeting, right? And that's kind of in line with what we just saw, the other statistics that we just saw. 44% of sales reps give up after one follow-up. Now that's ridiculous, all right? Let's look at the buying process. So a prospect recognizes that there's a problem, right? He knows that there's a problem, needs recognition, and this is what we also call cold traffic over here, right? They start to search online to how they can solve this problem of theirs, right? They begin evaluating the alternatives. They shortlist, they make a purchase decision, right? This is how the sales process goes. If you look at it like this, right? We start out here with the awareness of the problem, consideration, preference, intent, purchase, loyalty, referral. This is how also when you'll see later on, you'll discover cold traffic, warm traffic, and hot traffic. Cold, warm, and hot, right? Because we start out as cold traffic. Now, it's really important to understand the distinction because you can't really wield sales funnels if you don't know the difference between cold, warm, and hot traffic and how best to speak to each person based on the type of traffic that they are. All right. So here's how a sales funnel looks. Traffic comes in here, right? We give them some sort of little freebie here and they become a lead, right? They're prospects, right? We begin communicating with them, cold to warm traffic, right? We start that follow-up process one after another, and this is through an email sequence, right? We deliver value, we follow up, we tell stories, and then the prospects become customers and clients, and we ascend those customers and clients up what we'll call a value ladder, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So that's pretty much what a sales funnel looks like. You could just imagine any type of funnel where things go in and, well, a lot of things go in and maybe not so many things come out. Obviously, that's not really the case in a regular funnel because everything is going in and coming out, right? But in a sales funnel in the sales world, not all things that go in here come out here, but this kind of does illuminate the point. All right. So that's pretty much what a sales funnel is. That's why it's so important because we're building and developing a relationship with a prospect. The sale is not happening right away. Too many people complain about the fact that the sale is not happening immediately. It takes time. You have to understand that. And so in this course, in this masterclass, you're going to learn every facet of a sales funnel, the psychology behind selling, how to make more sales, how to get more leads, and how to convert those leads into customers, right? So let's get started and welcome to the Sales Funnel Masterclass.